friends, welcome back again to an episode of Tactical Enlightenment. This YouTube channel is dedicated to everything Bannerlord related, and we continue on with our campaign challenge here. Actually, this is our companion challenge. I get those two words mixed up all the time. This is our 40 guys here. We're just streaming these episodes live. We have this stacked army here. Almost everybody's healthy, and a few guys that are not healthy, at least they have 300 plus weapon skill to subsidize for that fact, right? Even this guy's wife is a total badass. She's pregnant. She kills 20 people, right? This is a different era here, right? These are total badasses, and we're gonna give a shot here against a huge Western Empire force. Oh shit, that's even more than I thought. It was going to be 1,060 troops. So we will do normal player damage here. Wait, I better show you what we're up against here. Let's see, this guy, he's got a ton of archers and horse archers too, which is not good. The horse archers especially. This guy's kind of a mediocre. This guy's got some pretty tough troops, and again, a lot of archers. It's interesting. Yet again, more archers and more horse archers, plus he's got elite infantry, palatine guards. This is going to be a bitch. We'll definitely call this a 10 out of 10 difficulty here. This might be an impossible battle, right? Eventually, you reach the upper bounds. When you're pushing the limit, eventually you find that limit. So what I do have in this battlefield, though, is I have water to work with. I think what I can do is I can position our troops here across this waterway and force the enemy to cross it. Now, this water varies in depth. I've been on battlefields like this before. Yeah, look at how deep it is right here. It's like fucking neck deep. If I can position us in a way that the enemy has to kind of come across, you know, this neck-deep water, we can pound them with arrows. We can pound them with, 330 skill bow archers and crossbowmen, and then, of course, our elite javelin throwers. We probably have 20 guys in this army that have 250 plus throwing and armed with a couple stacks of javelin. And if you don't know what that means, right, those javelins will go right through shields. They will break the shield and kill the guy most of the time in one shot. So between these two forces, maybe we have a shot. I'm also looking at this back area here. There's a couple different areas we could retreat to, we can kite to, and try to drag the enemy through some further deep water, especially that water at the beginning there. Now, the horse archers are going to be my priority early in this battle. Of course, if these guys start to circle us, we are fucked. I mean, we're probably fucked anyways. This is our most audacious challenge by far so far. I mean, they have a lot of high-level troops. They have a whole army of horse archers. There's like 130 fucking horse archers here, and our 40 alone would be heavily challenged to take that on. Still, I have a polearm fucking horse archer killing machine here, and a lot of my companions have solid skills in that arena as well. God, they got a bunch of heavy cav as well. These are cataphract and high-level heavy horse. What I'm doing right here is somewhat kamikazing with the 8th, because I want to be able to essentially push the enemy back, provide a buffer. What is this gal doing without a horse? That's a problem. I'm going to try to eventually essentially push the, just like this. I'm trying to push the enemy back, because if we can keep them at arm's length, at least to start, all those archers on our side are going to be hammering them with arrows, the javelins will be flying, and we'll be able to cause good damage before they even get to us. I don't want to go over this ridge here. That's where their archers are going to be. They have a huge amount of archers. So I'm going to move the 8th Corps here. The other thing I have is I have our guys at shield wall. The 1st and 6th are javelin throwers. And the nice thing about a javelin thrower compared to an archer is that they're very able to block incoming missile projections. Right? They can block arrows pretty readily, and they're more protected against projectiles in general. Now, a lot of this battle, what I'm going to be trying to do is essentially attack their archers when they're vulnerable, especially if they get spread out. We will ram through them with our 8th Corps. I'm bringing the 8th Corps back up. The 8th Corps is my elite knights. If people are watching this for the first time or something like that, what's wrong with you? You should be subscribing to our channel. Check out some of our other videos. But in all seriousness, our 8th Corps is going to be the key to this battle, because if I can get this angry freight train of heavy horse with their 300 plus riding skill, the amount of damage we can do as riders running over these archers is going to be enormous, right? We're going to be able to essentially do 30 damage to 10, 15, 20 guys every time we run through their archers, with relatively minimal damage to ourselves, right? Because we're a moving target. I got to jump over infantry here like this. But here's what we want. These juicy archers, look at the damage, the charge damage. Okay, it's not 30, but it's 20 to like every guy. And imagine if I'm doing that and 3 other horses are doing that, of course, we're causing enormous damage. So the 8th Corps here, they kind of bound me up here. One of the keys is I got to make sure I don't stop moving, right? If I stop moving, I'm going to get absolutely shot to pieces. These are their archers right here. Okay, so we have to aggressively attack these guys. I'm talking a million miles an hour because there's a lot of shit that I've got to basically try to explain to you what I'm doing here. Now, this is exactly what I want. I want their archers spread out like this, and then every time they do that, you see all the guys trampling them there, we are going to trample them with heavy horse. If their archers stand still and just start unloading on us, we're going to pull back. We're going to retreat. We won't be able to withstand that kind of onslaught, but if they spread out and we can attack them, there's a good chance that they're going to try to regroup because they're going to get massacred by our heavy horse. And what I'm hoping to do with that is obviously try to concentrate them into a smaller area so our archers can pick them off. Still trying to cut down these horse archers. There's so fucking many. What was there, 130, 140? I'm already down to about half health. That's worrying. But we're still on our feet, and the strategy so far is working. We're able to keep that water between us and them. Now, soon here, I'm going to pull back. We're going to pull all the way back here. I've got a plan. I've got that deep water where we entered this map. I'm going to try to use that to drag the enemy towards it. We're still going to do some drive-by shootings here, so to speak. Drive-by truckings. Cut some heads off, right? We're killing the enemy morale is what we're doing here. And their units, of course. But what I'm trying to do here... Oh, these guys ran the wrong way. These guys are totally vulnerable. All right, my 8th Corps is right behind me. We are going to continue to truck these guys. I was going to have these guys pull back, but this is too juicy. Look at their archers scrambling. They should be running back to their support. Instead, they're acting like they can kite us somehow. Well, we're just going to truck these guys until they change their mind. Look at the damage. Look at the death spam. Elea, Alchaila, Yana... I mean, all I have to do is just run through here and cut guys in half, and look at the death spam of the guys getting run over behind me, right? The 8th Corps trampling guys left and right. Alchaila, Luca, Yana. These are my other 330 riding companions. The enemy is totally fucked here. They are running away from their support. It's like we've chased them off from their support, and I wasn't intending on this, but this is a golden opportunity I can't pass up. Okay, their infantry is starting to come back. They're trying to come back to their archers. My javelin skills suck today. You can't miss there, right? There's like fucking 500 guys. All right, the archers are still scrambling out here in the open, so we're going to continue to drag our guys here and basically throttle these. These guys are essentially sitting ducks, right? They're running, they're not shooting, and they're getting trucked, right? These guys are wearing fucking cloth aprons for armor. We're cutting them off here, and we're just causing massive death and destruction. The guys we don't kill, of course, are going to be weakened later on. Right? This is going to be a lot easier to kill them. All right, they've started to bound up. I can no longer run through there because we'll take serious losses from the infantry. We'll get slowed down by all their units and shot to pieces. So it's time to enact this second strategy that I've had in mind here. What I want to do is pull way back to a ridge here and lure the enemy in, preferably try to get them at a point and attack them where they're in water that's deep enough that their movements are slowed. What'll that do, of course? That'll allow us to jump on them faster, throw javelins at them, shoot them full of arrows, and charge them with our 8th Corps. All right, so they're in a big, thick mass back there. This looks like a good spot. Look at that ridge. I can position my units here. They can come down into this river valley here and then absolutely light the enemy up as they approach us. So we're going to position our units here. I got this little land bridge in front of me. I can use this because, of course, I'm going to be running back and forth. As many guys as we killed already, we've barely put a dent into the enemy's numbers here. I'm not going to show you the status bar. It's not something I do. But they might be down, I don't know, 300, 350. We still have, 800 or 700 to go still. So this challenge has only just started. You can't rest on our laurels here. Much work to still be done. All right, so the infantry is in the shield wall. The archers are there. Horse archers are still heavy on this side. I'd like to ambush those guys and cut their numbers down. But hopefully I explain that strategy. Look how deep the water is my units are coming in here. If I can get the enemy into that water, we can attack them and provide an incredible assault on them. One of the things I'd like to do, I don't think we're going to be able to spar with range here. I'm going to drag the 8th Corps and we're going to try to take out some of these horse archers. But what I'd like to do is tuck our units up into the little crevices and cracks of those rocks so they're out of line of sight, so they're safe. and the enemy will definitely come our way to attack us. Now kill these motherfuckers. Yeah, see, we don't want to get too close. 1,000 arrows come flying at us. I can hear that quote from the 300 trailer. 1,000 armies and their arrows assail you. Their arrows will blot out the sun. I mean, that's definitely what this feels like when they start shooting at us. All right, they're in a nice thick mass. I've just sent our units. I'm going to tuck them in to the little cracks up there, the little rock walls. This is where, as a commander, it helps you to be able to command your units at a distance. I was already up there. I know that there's a blind up there that the enemy can't see. The enemy's almost certain. Well, they're still shooting at me, but they're almost certain to approach. And when they approach, I mean, again, if I can time it right, it looks right already. They are thigh or neck deep in water. They're charging right at it. All right, so the 1st and 6th down a shield wall, the 4th archers spread, and we're going to drag the 8th corps and cause carnage now that they're deep in water. Look at how deep in water these guys are in. They have just fucking buried themselves here. And it's still 600 something troops. It's not like we can just tack headlong here. Although, at least for now, I'm going to drag this 8th corps behind me. These are the same elite knights. They're probably wounded like I am. But we're still on our feet, right? It's not like you just do less damage when you're wounded. In fact, the two-handed guys will be doing more damage because of that, the berserker skill line amongst the two-handed perks. So look at the archers are trying to retreat, but they're in this deep water, so it's taking them a long time just to get to land. And if they retreat and fall back, that's even better. Okay, now it's time to attack with our skirmishers. I've got our 2 skirmisher divisions there. What we can effectively do is charge the enemy here. We tell those guys to charge, and now these archers and infantry are going to have nasty javelin guys running up behind them. Just like this fuck, they're going to get cut to pieces. 11, 19, 23. We still got like 30 troops up. I didn't think we had any chance to pull this off. Let's do some fucking superhero shit. But maybe, just maybe, we can pull this off. I mean, there's still a fuckload of troops. Yeah, maybe we can't kill this many, but we're gonna fucking try. We're gonna try to kill these motherfuckers. I might get 300 kills in this battle. I am rampaging. But their archers are trying to look for spots to shoot, but every time they run away from this thick mass, of course, we charge them down. Just like this right here, they come up on the hill and they're just sitting ducks. It seems like this whole battle, they've just been running from us, right? Their archers have been retreating, perma-retreating, and so would most people if they were being trampled by heavy horse. Okay, so our 2 infantry divisions are charging. I now have the archers charging. The reason I'm doing that is some of my archers are either low or out of ammo. We want those guys pressuring the enemy, because what I want is I want the enemy falling back like this. As long as these archers are moving, trying to get space between our maniacs with axes and where they are, that means our 8th corps can mow them down, just like we're doing. Most of the damage we're doing here is our 8th corps. Fuck, the enemy just got reinforcements. They have so many troops, they get a whole nother reinforcement wave in this battle. Kill this noble bitch. I got an axe for your face, lady. Okay, so these forces are actually running all the way back to their reinforcements. I wonder how many reinforcements they have. Motherfucker. Our losses are starting to mount. They're starting to turn and shoot. Of course, one of the things that I knew was going to be a factor is our units were trudging through water, and so the enemy's now been able to get a little bit of distance and shoot at them. The enemy's spreading out, too. This is bad. I'm still trampling guys left and right. I swear I did 61 damage to a guy with trample skill. 30, look at every guy. Most of the guys I'm trampling to death. I'm not even hitting them with my polearm. Okay, so here's reinforcements. It's high level, or at least some high level reinforcements too, Monabliatons. But I do see some peasants. I see some guys with pitchforks. Yeah, they're charging. That's bad. Look at how many there are. Even though we've killed a huge amount, they just stretch across the whole fucking river valley here. Our numbers are starting to get grievously reduced, too. We've got a good amount of the 8th Corps that's still up. I think our 1st and 6th, though, are either down or badly injured. I can't actually see him in here. There's a few. I see him sort of waiting in the midst of the enemy. And you know what we're going to do with them? We're going to try to support them as they're being attacked by 3, 4, 5 units. I'm not going to get off my horse yet. I'm just doing too much charge damage. But I'm going to try to attack the people that are attacking them. See, this gal here is being chased down by fucking 10 guys. Let's fuck these people up. Let's give her some support. One-on-one, she's going to crush them. But if she's 1-on-10, I mean, any one of you have probably been in a situation where you're 1-on-10, and it's extremely difficult to navigate, right? They surround you. They all charge with their shields up. It's very difficult. Still, we're thinning these archers out, right? They continue to try to look for a spot to shoot. Every once in a while, they'll stop to shoot, and then they get trampled again. So you start to pull up their shot. Fuck, I took a scythe to the kneecap there. 138. God, they still have 200 and something troops. We're down to like 8 or 9 here. Our companions are starting to drop. I got that legionnaire at least. And if it gets to a point where I'm down to 2 or 3 companions on foot, I may join them on foot. I think it also makes sense to kite with a few of them because we can attack the enemy attacking them. Chasing after them, right? If I can get the enemy chasing after them, then we can sort of attack them from behind here. Prison style. Still trucking them here. I got 3 or 4 heavy horse still. They're still wrecking them. I'm down to 1/3 of my health now. The enemy's definitely starting to focus on us more simply because there's not very many of us left. Right, I think at this stage we probably have 4 guys left. I don't have a shield in this battle. Usually I get a shield by this stage, but I've barely gotten off my horse. Shit. Now I'm down to fucking 1/5 of my health. It's getting tenuous. Either way, even if we lose this has been an amazing challenge so far. I did not think we could win this battle. Oh, I thought that was the enemy. They're down to 85 troops. We're down to like 5. That guy routed. I heard him fucking scream. It's amazing they haven't routed, actually. They're knotting into a tight ball. See, that guy's out of here. He's the smartest guy in the battlefield. There are units that are still charging, still attacking. I'd be routing. This definitely reminds me of the one on a whole army challenge I did. I'd heard about that on like Reddit or something like that. Now they're starting to block everything because there's so few of us attacking. I might need to get off my horse and fight hand to hand here. They can't block my axe, not the way I swing it. My pole arm though obviously is blockable. All right, 1, 2. I have 3 allies with me right now against this 60 guys. Okay. I think this requires some axe work here towards the end. I'm getting off right up here. All right, I'm going to call these 2 units to me. What is it, 2? I got 2 heroes left, and me and my axe. And there's about 25 or 30 enemy left. This is doable. Some of them are clearly routing. Let's do some axe work here. What the fuck? That guy took 285 damage and didn't die. He's fucking routing. He's running as fast as he can. He doesn't want another one of those strokes. Amazing. We fucking won this challenge. Well, folks, I definitely didn't think we had any chance of winning this battle. You know, we're going to keep trying audacious things. I was hoping this was like 800 or 900 troops, but 1,000 and whatever 60. That is fucking awesome. 402 kills for Zuvan. This was badass. Well, we're going to have more in this companion challenge series. Hopefully you're enjoying it. That was certainly fun for me to play. I recognize that this is purely, this is purely an exhibition, but I'm having a good time with it. Hopefully you are too. Let me know what you think of the series. Please subscribe and like and all that good stuff. And I will see you friends next time.